Hey everybody, welcome back to Common Rabble. I'm Hoodie.
I'm DZ.
I'm Pat.
I'm Ham.
And we're back for another week, a really scorching week at that. It has been hot.
Real hot.
Real hot.
I was in Sacramento Friday. It was like 102 degrees while I was over there.
That's really not.
And I was like leaving. So I got there, it's probably like 1 or 2 o'clock, and it's just starting to climb that. And I was like, you know what, fuck, it's literally going to get worse. Who even knows what the real feel would be? And I was just like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So like as soon as I like was able to, I got some food, and then I just fucking dipped the hell out of there. It wasn't worth being.
Good call. That's the right move in Sacramento, even when it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah. True.
That's always the right move in Sacramento.
I got back and it was like 70 degrees. So the fact that it was like a 30-degree difference, it was just like this place fucking sucks. It's always so hot up there. I can't. I don't like going up there. My car's AC always has to fight it.
I mean, hell, between here and Hayward, it's a pretty significant. It's a noticeable difference.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think it's just because we're way closer to the water.
Well, so hear me out. Every direction from Oakland is just the temperature. Just like, I don't know, if you get like 15, 20 minutes away, we'll just like jump so high. Like, it's just so perfect here all the time. Even when it's kind of hot, it's just so much hotter everywhere else around. Like when you go through the tunnel, the Caldecott or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Every time you go there, it's always it's like, oh, if it's like foggy in Oakland, you get over the tunnel and it's just like, it's already 70 degrees. Why is it? It's like 10 in the morning. What's going on?
As soon as you get to Orinda, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
I just visited the Little Goth yesterday.
Okay.
And he was telling me, I think on Friday, he was like, yeah, it was like 104 or something outside. Like,
we're
Just in Castro Valley?
no, the Little Goth over in Pleasant Hill.
Concord, my bad.
Concord,
yeah,
Pleasant Hill.
that whole place, it gets cooked, especially when it's that hot. It's just, but they're built for it. They got pools and stuff like that.
He doesn't.
No AC.
They have AC, but we made the choice to go get Korean barbecue. So of course it's scorching outside, and we're sitting at a table with a fucking open flame right in front of us.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's still hot, but
It's
like
a nice
it's
hot
still
day for meat.
not as hot as outside.
I was sweaty.
Yeah. I think I've done Korean barbecue on a hot day, and it is not the meat sweats during the heat is also not fun.
Damn, DZ, you've done Korean barbecue? That's hardcore.
That's Korean barbecue is one of my favorite things.
I was talking Korean barbecue like,
What the fuck does that mean?
What is this terminology?
it's going in the lexicon.
I guess so. Throw it on the list.
Is doing Korean barbecue snorting lines?
It's snorting lines of gochujang.
Oh God! So we trying to die out here.
Next week on the podcast.
If you're a fan of the Common Rabble lexicon
and snorting gochujang,
yeah, remember to look us up on all of your important socials, Instagram. Fuck, I forgot them. Can we cut
Twitter.
this? Can we cut this, James?
Twitter, TikTok, YouTube.
wait.
Okay, let me run that back. Hit us up on your favorite social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube at Common Rabble Pod. And there's my plug voice. I finally found it.
Hell yeah.
That's yeah.
I got next. Okay, no, next week I really do got to snort gochujang before I do that because then I'm gonna be like. So, aside from the heat, like, how have we been? What have we been up to? I know you were in Sacramento. I was in Concord. Pat, Ham.
Where were you, Ham? Where have you been?
I was in fucking Oakland. Just doing jack shit.
Tight. Yeah, I was. I've had a pretty uneventful weekend, but I did see 2 movies on the same day, participating in the global viral trend of Barbenheimer. And, that's just a lot of sitting. I didn't do them back to back because that's like insane. Oppenheimer's 3 hours and 10 minutes. So like, that's just enough.
And Barbie's literally like 2 hours.
Barbie's about 2 hours. I think it's a little under 2 hours. It's not that long.
It's 150.
I'm waiting for the Zack Snyder cut of Barbie.
Yeah. Spoilers. There's a Snyder cut joke in Barbie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one was better, first off?
Be
honest.
I liked them both a lot for different reasons. I thought they were both good.
Yeah.
I think I liked Oppenheimer slightly more.
Okay.
I'm still thinking about it. like
But to
several
know-
days after seeing the movie, and that's always, I think, like a good sign that
Gotcha.
yeah, it's something made an impact.
But you're also thinking about the Barbie movie a couple days after.
So
too,
here's the thing
probably.
with Barbie movie, and anybody who knows the cast probably saw this coming, but it's kind of the Ken movie.
Really?
Ken steals the show a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Just because it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I mean, not just Ryan Gosling, but his character really, like the Barbie and Ken plot lines kind of split at a certain point.
Okay.
And her story a little kind of gets sidelined for Ken a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
is this the Notebook in pink?
This is not the Notebook at all. This is a very different Gosling.
Oh, so it's Drive, but
That's
in
what I
pink.
was going to say. It's Drive.
Drive
this is-
pink car.
No, this is more like, have you seen The Nice Guys? I just watched this last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is more Nice Guys Gosling.
Who else is
Okay.
the nice guys?
Russell Crowe, Keith David in a very small part.
Okay, I have no
that's
idea
the
what movie
only.
then. Gotcha.
Yeah, just Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. It's like a '70s like buddy cop detective movie.
Gotcha. There's a like a Ryan Gosling movie where he's with Steve Carell, right?
Yeah, what's that one called? I haven't seen it. It's the one with Emma Stone's
Crazy
in it.
Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Oh, is that okay. Never.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I saw that in theaters.
That's a good one, but that's like pretty much typical Gosling. He doesn't really venture far out of it. That was kind of like when he was coming up, so he hasn't do anything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Never forget that
Particularly
Ryan Gosling
important.
was in Remember the Titans.
It had Steve
Really?
Carell. It had Steve Carell, so I probably wasn't gonna watch it.
Yeah, that movie is where I learned the word cuckold.
And what an important phrase that's become in your life.
No, exactly.
Real
Thank
quick,
you, internet.
Yeah.
Real quick, just for a little bit of a Common Rabble lore here, there was a point in time, and it feels like it was probably about 10 years ago, that A1's favorite movie was definitely Drive.
Yeah. I
yeah.
very
Also,
much
before
remember
that, Crazy Stupid Love, you had the poster.
Oh, that's right. I
Hey, you
forgot
can't,
about
you can't
that.
equate those posters to shit. They were free, okay?
But only one of them was in his room.
Okay, despite the fact that Crazy Stupid Love was a pretty good movie, I'm going to say, fuck that. If you haven't watched Drive, go watch Drive.
I'll pass.
Whoa. I'm always going to take any chance I can get to plug Drive. So, plugging.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't do the voice. Go watch Drive. It is a masterpiece of cinema. All right.
Episode title.
I mean, well,
watch Drive.
look, Drive, great movie, right? Literally about a driver. How do you guys feel about those speed cameras we're allegedly getting?
So I saw that 2 weeks ago, and I don't even remember where I was watching it. I think it was on watching a video or something like that. But it came up, and I was like, "Wait, they're gonna experiment with this?" I was like, "Fuck, it's in California, of course." And then I like read more, and it's like they're gonna do like Oakland, San Jose, and I think it was Vallejo or something. But it was a couple different Bay Area cities, and that it was 11 miles over the speed limit. And during this pilot phase, it's like 11 miles over the speed limit, and you end up with a warning. Anything over that, or if it becomes excessive, you could get up to God knows how. I think was it $50 for the initial fine, or is it $500 for the initial fine? Oh yeah, so
a big
Oakland
difference.
and San Jose. L.A., Glendale, and Long Beach. Okay, yeah. So so it's Oakland and San Jose. I thought there was a third Bay Area city, but it's just those.
SF.
San Francisco.
Oh, SF. Okay, yeah, gotcha. And SF. That's gonna suck because, like, realistically, I don't know anybody that drives in Oakland that actually goes 65 miles an hour. Everybody's going like 80. I'll probably be going with them.
Wait, so they
Doing 80.
are on the highway?
Oh, yeah, that's where they would be more than likely.
I thought
it would
was
be in cities.
That's also what I thought.
Oh no, I assumed this pilot phase was going to be on the freeway.
I mean, ¿Por qué no los dos? But I mean, well, no, please
Maybe
don't. But
yeah.
Yeah, because if it's in the city, okay, I see. Because when I read the article, I don't think it was very specific about that. My assumption was that it would be on the freeways, though.
So I was having a brief conversation about this with A1 before Pat and I decided today was the day to play
up
some
the
Melee,
sticks.
pick up the sticks. Now, in an ideal world, this would be fine because everybody would be driving the speed limit anyway, right? But no one really does. And like just in general, I find it so much safer to just try to stick with the flow of traffic. Otherwise, if I'm driving the speed limit and some dude is tailgating me the whole time, sooner or later, he's going to damn near take my bumper off. And I know it's not isolated incidents because I see this shit happen to people every day.
And so looking based on what A1 just pulled up, it sounds like it is on the streets and not on the freeway.
Interesting.
And that's fine with me because I don't
anywhere
drive on the
without
streets.
highway patrol jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even so, my point still stands because people do this on the street all the time.
Oh yeah, they do.
I'll
They
say-
speed. Yeah, Oakland is a.
If they
is a
put one
nightmare.
like on literally on my block, so many people are getting tickets. Like,
Yeah.
no
Well,
fucking
okay,
question.
no. Realistically, the thing is though, the people that are speeding are not going to be catching tickets. Most of the people that are speeding have like shit that's covering their license plate or no license plate whatsoever. A fair bit of them are stolen vehicles. Like I've almost been hit by several cars that are like clearly like they've had the plates ripped off and there's some other shit like going on with it. So yeah, I don't know how effective it's going to be. It seems like kind of a waste of resources, but it's just a way to like funnel some money to a private company more than likely. Just like every like red light camera is technically just some company we're paying to deal with it. So they're going to make a lot of money off of it more than likely once they actually start charging fines. But I'd love to see it actually change something. If it does cause people to slow down, like I said, I doubt it because those people aren't. Most people that are speeding around like that, I rarely see them with plates on their cars. So it's just like, yeah.
But DZ, if people aren't speeding, we can't do Drive.
It's true. How will they
What
ever?
happens in the movie Drive?
He drives.
He gets somewhere 2 minutes faster than he could have gotten there.
Let's put it this way: if there were speed cameras in Drive,
He would get all the tickets.
shit would not have gone down the way it's supposed to.
John Drive would have absolutely gotten all the speeding tickets.
John Drive.
John Drive.
Johnny Drive.
Yeah, I agree, DZ. This doesn't feel like enough of a deterrent. I don't know how much of a change this is actually going to affect.
Yeah.
Because the people who are going to do this shit probably won't get fined anyway or just won't pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing with it, it says something about like if you're doing something that's like excessive driving, and it's such a fucking it's just like you're going over the 11 miles an hour, probably doing like 20 miles over the speed limit. So somebody that's doing like 50 and a 25 or whatever, if they're the ones that are going to get the harsher tickets, like they're doing that. Do you think they care?
Probably not.
They're not. It's not. Yeah. I don't know. Those things are. It's only a tax on poor people. That's it.
Yes.
Because like it's a fine, so it doesn't actually do anything for rich people that are going to speed because they can afford to pay it anyways. And then realistically, it's not going to be. That was the loudest Yakult pour I've ever heard.
Sorry.
Okay, real quick. I've been waiting for a moment to bring this up. So, listeners, Ham is making a drink. It's a Ham. It's a.
I'm calling it the Baja Bilk.
And what ingredients are we looking at here?
So we got equal parts Yakult. It's got for the probies, so you can drink the liquor and still feel a little healthy. It's got probies, but then the lexicon. Yakult, equal parts Yakult, equal parts soju.
You know what that looks like right now, Ruben?
Shut up.
You know what that looks like right now, Ham?
What?
That is the loudest pour I've ever heard in my life.
That was the actual loudest one.
Just wait till the Baja Blast goes in there.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's just for the listeners. His Baja Bilk before the Baja currently looks like really thick, clear white liquid.
and then I pour in the nectar of the gods, that is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Mountain Dew, if you're listening, I would love a sponsorship.
And now it's more yellow, and now it's more
it's
green.
green.
Now it
Yeah.
looks like Shrek produced this cup of Bilk.
Oh yeah, I'm here for it. So, yeah, you
Bottoms up.
equal parts Yakult, equal parts soju, and then 2 parts of soda of choice.
A little bit of
going
Shrek love.
Yeah.
I would really like to just
swamp
acknowledge the fact that while Ham is busy drinking Baja Bilk, the three of us are having margaritas because we're just not adventurous enough for that. I
Fancy
think.
canned margaritas.
So
Yeah.
I think I said something on the podcast before about like I have an issue with actually maybe I didn't. I have an issue with sharing dairy beverages with people because of the consistency of the dairy. Like I like when I was younger, I watched my like brother backwash into some milk, and the consistency of that milk didn't change. So I realized like, oh, it's just the same. That's the same consistency as milk and as spit or whatever. So I can't. If somebody else has some of my milkshake, of my drink, whatever the like milk based it is, I can't have it anymore. It's like literally mental block. Can't do it. But literally the way that looks is exactly the fear in my head. That's what I want you to know. Like that's what when I think of it, that's what I see. That color, that's it.
And here I become drinker of fear.
Literally.
I think you got to take a sip.
I actually will not.
You got to get over the hump. This is how you do it.
No, so I have never had Yakult. To this day, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Me either.
Easy.
So I'm with you.
It's not bad.
Dread it, run from it. Baja Bilk still arrives.
Oh man.
Ham, you know what? Can you like?
You want a half?
Yeah. Could
All
you
right,
hit
let's
me
go.
with?
Let's
Could
do
you
it.
hit me with a Baja Bilk? I gotta do it for the
do it.
content.
Can you grab one more cup too? Grab 2 cups.
Yes.
And then, do you want to split that other marg, Pat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, if you're bilking it up, we can.
I know I'm bilking it up, but anyway, you guys will split that mark 3 ways.
I split it 3 ways.
Yeah, okay.
do it.
This
All
was Cazadores. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
margarita?
I'm not going to comment on it because my girlfriend might just kill me in my sleep.
What? You can't
A
drink?
canned margarita?
Oh. What is she, a bartender?
No, absolutely not.
Oh. Oh, is she? Have I met her?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
but
how would I know?
you didn't think that I just started speaking Spanish randomly
speak
on a whim? Not fluently. I'm doing my best.
I don't think I've heard you speak Spanish on a whim.
We only see each other once a week.
Yeah.
I do it the 6 other days out of
There
the
you
week.
go.
Gotta get on that.
And no, listeners, I'm not going to do it on the podcast. My accent is trash. I can't roll my R's.
Porque no los dos.
Okay, see, I said Porque no los dos earlier.
That's
There we
that's
go.
The easy one.
Ham, help me out here.
They're mixing up the Bilk. It looks so bad.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Could this be any worse than a sidewalk slammer? Really?
Yeah, it is literally.
I think definitely it could.
I'm gonna call that a swamp cooler because that looks like how Shrek cools off.
I just took a whiff.
Did you grab another cup for me? Oh no. So I can
Okay.
marg it up.
All right, listeners, here we go. All right. We're going to be an ASMR podcast for a minute. Actually, okay. That is not the worst thing I've ever had.
It's the second worst.
It's the sidewalk slammer was definitely worse than this.
The sidewalk slammer was good.
You know something, Ham? I'm really upset that, God, was it last week or the week before? It was I think it was 2 weeks ago. Whenever we did the 4th of July, Ham made some concoction out of like grapefruit juice and Captain Morgan. You remember? No?
I
think
either.
you had it.
That sounds good. I like grapefruit juice.
No, there was something in there that I was just not down with.
It was grapefruit juice,
Squirt?
squirt, rum, and I forgot there was something else. I literally just grabbed a little bit of everything out of your fridge.
Is that what would you call that?
It's like Paloma adjacent, but like made with rum. So probably call it like a pelican or some shit.
No, it's adjacent.
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 What?
Paloma adjacent.
Paloma adjacent?
Yeah, adjacent.
Adjacent.
Jason.
Into the lexicon it goes.
So how's the Bilk?
Okay, so
Or is it Yelk? No, it's Pilk.
Yilk.
Yield.
Yakult.
Baja Bilk,
No,
please.
it's Bilk.
Baja
Bilk. Yeah. Bilk,
Okay,
Bilk is its
Every
own
time
unique
you say
concoction.
it, I'm thinking you're about to say Buffalo Bill for some reason.
Everyone keeps watching me. Every time I'm trying to pour something, everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
It really is just so, like, you can't stop. It's like watching a train wreck almost.
Damn.
Oh, that's
I'm here
no.
for a good time.
Now
Not a
I'm
long
just
time.
really
You're mixing it up in
Did
the
you
bottle.
Oh my gosh.
yo.
Did you just
You
store
just
the cum for later?
fat nut.
Bilk on the go.
It's blue balls in a bottle.
I mean, probably.
I mean,
a
it is
little bit.
spermicide in a bottle.
Tinted,
Technically,
it sucks that it's tinted Baja Blast colored, but the plastic is not that color, and it's just the. Oh, did you know that they changed the plastic to clear so that they can't be called out when they find their plastic in the ocean? Because it's not that
It
signature
used to be
green.
green. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, ham.
Now it's just all plastic.
I have a new Bilk
Exactly.
idea. Or well, this would be more like Vilk. I need you to find voltage and do this again, because voltage is the superior
I mean,
flavor.
in theory, it's impossible to find voltage. It's just not.
You
It's
gotta
just not out
you
there.
gotta get code red for that.
No.
Some bloody.
You want it to look like
You want to
bloody
go?
cum.
You want to go
Yes.
citrus?
It
You
already
want to
looks
go
like Shrek.
You want to go
DZ, you
citrus.
are debauched.
You want a citrus soda
Is
for
code
this?
red not citrus?
Code red is cherry.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's red.
Ah,
What
it's
else
cough
would red
syrup
be?
flavor.
Code red is cherry. Baja Blast is due with a blast of natural and artificial tropical lime flavor.
Bullshit.
Emphasis on artificial.
Trademarked, by the way.
By Taco Bell.
Not by Taco Bell.
It says Taco Bell.
No, it's trademarked by the Do Nation, homie.
By Mtundu.
Mtn.
Yeah, Mtun.
How did we get here?
Yeah, okay. Look,
Because you made the loudest
pour.
Yeah.
and derailed it all.
Did I derail
So back
or
to
did I
derailing
bring
stuff.
class to this podcast?
Back to derailing stuff. Let's get back to the car talk.
Right.
So the speed cameras, knowing that they're going to be just on the streets, I feel a little bit better about that. I think I was kind of upset at the beginning of it. It sucks that they're going to do that. They already do like red light cameras and shit like that anyways. I don't think that they actually generate any revenue for the city or anything like that. It's generating revenue to a private company. More than likely, we're not collecting all of that income anyways. It's just, no. It's going to be stupid.
I think the cameras are stupid because like, one, the technology doesn't even really work that good. Like,
I don't know if that's accurate.
They can get a clear picture of your license. Okay, sure, the technology works. I'm saying the people that are like behind the scenes, like pushing the paper, they're the dumb motherfuckers. Because the fucking
you don't even need that anymore.
my partner's dad got a letter in the mail saying they were parked some fuck ass place in San Francisco, and they were just like, you have to pay this fine for parking in whatever zone.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, it's not my car. And they're like, oh, this is the license plate. And he's like, that's not my license plate number. Or like, the license plate they said it was his license plate, but the license plate in the picture was clearly not that number. So like whatever computer system is processing the shit is doing it wrong. And they still made him pay the shit. They're like, oh, you can fight it in court if you want to take time to go to court for that shit.
So he fucked up. It's a private company. You don't have to pay parking tickets in San Francisco most of the time.
I don't fucking know.
No, I know. It's technically that's like a private company that runs their like parking. Most of them are. They're like private. I think Oakland has like their own parking enforcement, but a lot of cities like contract that shit out to like a third party that just like does the same thing, just collects information and fucking probably resells that too. But the thing with those the speed camera system, even on the most basic sense at this point, that whole like chat GPT thing, they could probably make a way to AI make that better than it already is. So I'm not going to say that it's not going to be like actually accurate at some level. I just think it's like people are probably not about having their whereabouts tracked because they're going to be able to know where you are to where you're going at some level to tell that you're speeding, like, because they have to check your speed at one place or another place probably to verify that you're actually like maintaining that speed and actually speeding for a certain time and all this shit. So like part of that, I know that there's some like hesitancy. People are gonna be pissed. Like that's just you're doing more to track me and put more cameras on me and see like paranoid stuff. It's understandable though. I don't want like necessarily that. I don't like the fact that like even if you go to Alameda, you notice that there's cameras on the tunnels now. So every time you enter and exit the city of Alameda, your license plate is being recorded and your speed is being recorded anyways. So like it's similar to that. It feels like, and it'll just be like it'll be a way that law enforcement will probably find a way to track people for stolen cars as well. And that'll somehow get pushed right into that, like shoehorned into it.
Hey, you want to know what the real problem with this is, though? These speed cameras are killing my dreams. And let me tell you something,
You'll
listeners.
never be Johnny Drive.
No, I don't want to be Johnny Drive. I want to be Tofu Boy. As a Japanese kid who grew up on Initial D,
Don't break the tofu.
yeah, I don't want to break the tofu.
You don't even have a Corolla.
I have a Yaris, and that thing works decently enough.
Yeah, same. Oh, it's close enough.
It's like a go-kart.
It's like
I could slap
30
the
years too old though.
dog. I could slap the decals on that
30
thing.
years too young.
It looks just like it looks close enough to a.
No,
Slap if any part, fuck. Slap the decals on it, and then bing bang boom. I'll put some trays
That's
under the
racist.
rear wheels and just. These speed cameras are really killing my dreams, Ham.
Any part of your car is round, it can't be an Initial D car. All those cars were the squarest, literally. Like there were no.
Okay, wait, no.
There's no.
I'm going to
curvature.
prove you wrong right now, because literally the car that I wanted from that show, not the.
Is this later Initial D?
No, it's literally the first episode. It's the FDRX7, the yellow one. That's an FD, so it's rounded. Now, it's been a while since I've watched it. I'm blanking on his name, but there's the brothers, the Rotary brothers. They both drive RX-7s. The one drives the yellow one that's an FD, and then his older brother drives the FC. That's the one that's not rounded. That's the one that's all boxy, like every other car in Initial D. But my point stands. I want the FD. And before anybody hits me with, oh yeah, Dominic Toretto was driving an FD RX-7 in Fast and the Furious. No, fuck that shit. That RX-7 looked like shit.
Damn.
It wasn't as good as this one that was drawn in the 80s.
Exactly. And then rendered on a computer, and like computer rendering in the 90s looked so shit. Initial D is one of the best anime of all time.
Cross-track drifting.
Nani?
Do you have any? Well, so is that a car you'd like to own one day? Then?
Oh, the
or?
FDRX-7?
Yeah.
That is literally my dream car.
Oh, okay.
Like rotary engine be damned. No, they're not reliable, but like I'm not thinking about reliability in a dream car. I'm thinking about reliability in
The goal of that kind of car, I'd imagine, is to be able to drive it on the weekends, and that's not like necessarily going to be the thing you're driving every day.
of course not.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
not
it's fine.
That's not the kind of car you want to put mileage on.
Yeah, it's only when Hoodie gets out of the cities with the speed cameras.
Take it to Stinson Beach or something.
No, I'm not going to take it to Stinson Beach. I'm going to take it to Sonoma.
There you go.
And I'm going to take it on a drift day and just skirt, skirt, skirt. They're going to be like, Nani?
Do you? What about you, Ham? Do you have a dream car or a car that you'd like to own one
I
day?
fucking hate cars, like with a passion. Like I come from a long family of like car people, like very Americana. Like
No,
my brother
very
has
Japanese.
like a
They like
57
Toyotas.
or 56 Chevy. Like he's got a Cougar. Like they're like old school muscle cars. Like
That's
their
not
shit.
JDM.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Japanese
'Cause I'm
domestic
not-
market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a fucking caribou. What would you call it? I don't know what
That's it.
You're not a caribou.
That's going in the
Put it in the
lexicon.
lexicon.
Write it
Yeah, I fucking hate cars. My dream car is fucking Herbie fully loaded. Like some dumb shit like that. I don't know. Like I want a car that was in wacky races. Give me that shit. Like I want to see Hoodie coming up behind me and I press a button and oil comes out of the back of my car. Like that's the shit I want.
Okay, no, you know what I'm gonna do to you though? I'm gonna get one of those cars that has the flip headlights, and then we're gonna be racing in the dark, right? And there's gonna be playing Eurobeat in the back, like, and then you're like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" And then I'm gonna flip on the headlights, and you're gonna be like, "Nani, headlight tackle." That was a real thing in Initial D. I swear to God.
I believe it.
So it's Headlight Attack versus Dastardly and Muttley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a crossover I can get behind.
Initial D.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, DZ, is your dream car either Bumblebee or Optimus Prime?
No.
And Optimus Prime's a truck, so does that count?
So I want to start off with like two things. Then I've driven essentially the Bumblebee, that Camaro, because someone we know, some South African we know, used to own that car.
Really? He had a Camaro?
Yeah.
When was this?
Well, I was living at A1's house, so I don't fucking know.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. At least 7 years ago at this point, 5 to 7 years ago, something like that. But he had that same Camaro. I remember driving it. That was the worst fucking driving experience of any car I've ever been in.
Yeah, you can't see shit.
You can't see shit out of the back, and like it's got the little heads up display that projects onto the windshield and it says like the speed you're going, and I was like, I had to turn it off because it just looked so fucking stupid while you're driving.
But it's so futuristic,
I thought it was cool.
I did not like driving that thing. It felt bad. I liked driving the Crown Vic better than that fucking thing.
That can't be true.
It felt
That's
so
a
much.
bootlicking
It just
statement
felt
if I've ever heard one.
Wait,
so much better. A Camaro over a it's the
I
same.
don't believe you.
Hold on.
Same energy. Yeah, I'm joking.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Maybe like a Charger and the Crown
Okay,
Vic.
right. In my head, a Charger and a Camaro are the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean,
One of them's just bigger.
The most car experience I have is fucking Mario Kart Double Dash. Like,
Oh, we'll get there. But speaking of games with drifting, did you ever swing the Crown Vic intentionally?
never intentionally, but when I had bald tires, I did a complete 180. So I did a 180, leaving the Safeway when it was really rainy one time, and like
the one on the main island.
They had just painted right in front of the Safeway, and like so. Like all the road strips, the road fucking markings or whatever. And so I came out and it's raining. And as I'm like going to turn, the whole car just like, there's a dude coming into the parking lot and I turn all the way around and he's leaving the parking lot behind me and I turn all the way around and I'm just like facing his bumper, like 2 feet from him because my car went all the way around. And I'm just like,
that's fucked.
And I was just like, what the fuck? And then so that happened. And then I'm like,
The little cloud guy with the arrow didn't come out to tell you like wrong way.
the
Wrong way.
Lakitu.
Yeah.
And then literally like later that week, I'm like driving from the house, from A1's house, and making a right, going towards Alameda for the back way by the airport.
Yeah.
And I fishtailed across all 3 lanes and then back and then straight to the middle because I had no traction on my tire. And I didn't realize that. I had just got in the car. I had it for a couple weeks. I went and put like 4 new tires on it after that. But I was just like, this was stupid. There's too much power on this car to drive around like that.
I'm still sad you got rid of it.
I'm sad too. I'm more sad that I didn't. I probably could have fixed it. It probably wouldn't have been that bad. I just at that time did not have the time running. And I had a car that's way better. I have the car that I bought a second time because I like it so damn much. Like legitimately, it's one of the best cars that I've driven.
The way you talk about the Crown Vic, I'm like, he really sounds like a car guy right now because I feel like fixing up a car is like an abusive relationship. No, I can fix it.
Yeah.
I can fix this car.
I mean, that's what it felt like. And I was like, I don't have the time, the money, or the space to do it, but I could do it if I had 1 or 2 of those 3 things. But I got the Camry instead. And like, I don't think I would buy this car a 3rd time because like it's getting closer to like 15, 20 years or whatever since that shit came out. And I think I'd want some type of EV. I don't even know if I'd want a Tesla anymore. I used to really want a Tesla. They're real shit compared to most other cars, like most other EVs specifically. Because a Tesla is like, it's the same amount of plastic inside a Tesla as like a Camry. So it's a pretty comparable fucking feel. So I get that. And it's also like a really shitty low end BMW, a lot of plasticky, squeaky shit inside those things.
I mean, on your subject of not wanting to buy another Camry, the Camry that you have, like, unless you wanted to buy something old, like I would never tell you to buy a new Camry.
It is the last good generation of Camry before they started burning oil again and they threw more computers into it.
Burning oil, putting a bunch of computers, and then like the new Camrys, they took it from what I would have considered a pretty economy sedan and turned it into a luxury sedan. So it's basically equivalent of a Lexus now because most Camrys come with 19-inch fucking rims. Why?
Yeah, I don't fuck with that, with any of that. And like believe me, the nice features in a newer Camry, because I've gotten rentals like every couple of years that I've had to get a rental for some bullshit. A base model Camry is always what they give, and the base model one is like decent. It comes with way more features than it used to. Like everything is powered and all that shit, and it's just like it's solid, but it's way less. It feels like it's got way less power. I think the gas mileage is way better, but the like engine is not as reliable, and they're not known to go as long.
They're way heavier now because they're bigger.
Gotcha.
So did you teach me to drive in the Vic?
On the base, yeah.
Yeah.
You went drifting?
Taught you to drift on the base.
Deja vu. I just been in this place before.
That definitely was one of my favorite cars to like drive in, just because of how much space. Like inside that, you could not reach the passenger door from the driver's side. Like it's just so fucking far to the other side. That was just like the
huge.
best
Yeah.
part
Yeah,
about it.
that is nice.
Because we fit the whole band's worth of shit. There was a full half stack and the head and a drum set in the Crown Vic. I did kill half a tank trying to get parking that day, but
It's a separate issue.
That was
at
the Converse
band-
show,
yeah,
right?
the Converse store.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Just circling the block for an hour.
While we're on the Crown Vic, I remember a time. So A1 used to own a Prius seat, right? And we were all, I think we were either, I don't remember if I was with him already, but I remember we went to Pat's house to pick up several of us. And
This only ran over my foot.
yes, that's exactly what I was getting to. And
Did I run over your foot?
No.
A1 ran over my foot.
But what you said was, oh, well, Ham, you're lucky it wasn't the Crown Vic because you just ripped your foot off.
Yeah, man.
that was a precursor for a lot of shit to go on with that foot. That
same foot?
Yeah, same
oh
one.
no.
Damn. You'd think it would have gotten stronger by now.
I'd like to say allegedly, by the way.
Allegedly.
Again,
Allegedly
this is
ran
all
over my
alleged.
foot.
Every story we tell on the podcast is alleged, for the record.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
it
all
actually
stories
all
are acts.
happened-
All
it
stories
happened
are
in a
acts
video.
of fiction. Any relation to anyone real or what does the fucking thing say?
all names of
Coincidence.
characters, events.
Very unfortunate.
I was going to say it all happened in a video game, but that's fine. Speaking of video games, though.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Before we get to Mario Kart, I just remembered I did really like driving the LS 400.
That Lexus, that's literally the
fucking-
best, the best car from that.
Shouts out my aunt.
I'm still really sad about what happened to that car.
yeah.
I literally the woman who destroyed my car. I
was
wish,
probably speeding down that street.
They
Please
were
reach
speeding down the street, and I wish ill will on this woman every morning I wake up. But yeah, like it was last 4th of July. Yeah, she fucking
Obliterated
dissed
it.
it. Yeah, fucking you have to be, that car is made out of like solid steel or some shit. You have to be going, it's like 2 tons. You have to be going so fucking fast to total a car like that, to T-bone it while it's parked on the street.
Yeah.
I kick myself to this day for not putting it in the driveway that night. Like I fucking,
You were lazy that day, huh?
yeah, I was just like, it was like 2 a.m. and I woke up from a nap and because this is mid-pandemic,
Yeah,
so
I
like
remember.
we weren't going anywhere. Like it sucks that I got the car during the pandemic because I never got to really take it out. Like I spent some money fixing up the engine and stuff because it had just some fucked up gaskets and
Yeah.
shit. So I had to take that shit apart, replace
got
gaskets, all that.
obliterated.
And then I literally had just made an appointment to go get the brakes fixed, and then fucking 2 days before the appointment, I test positive for COVID, and someone fucking destroys
that's
my car
right.
the same day.
You were positive for COVID while you were dealing with that
Same
bullshit.
fucking day.
I remember seeing some of the pictures, and you said she tried to dip too, right?
She
But
tried
like,
to drive away, but she annihilated her own axle.
yeah, like her wheel was sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Before we move on, though, did you have a car that you like, Pat? Or that you,
I'm
why
also
did
not
you-
really a car
you-
guy.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm
really
trying to get more into it because it feels like I should know at least a little more. Here's my car hot take. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Without everyone getting mad at me.
No, you're
Probably
good.
not.
Just be careful.
Fuck cars. It's
tread
trains.
light.
I
Lightly.
think the Cybertruck is kind of cool.
After seeing the Rivian and the other options for EV trucks,
Yeah.
the Cybertruck is probably the best looking.
You
one.
really think the fucking Rivian looks better than the fucking
No,
Cybertruck?
no, the Rivian looks like shit.
Hold the phone.
I'm saying
I
that
gotta
the
go
Rivian-
across the table real quick.
The Rivian is like one of the ugliest vehicles that I've seen.
What's the Rivian? Is that another EV
There's
truck?
an EV truck, and they're all over Alameda.
Okay,
There's
probably-
an SUV and a truck, and it says it's the R1T, which is the Rivian 1 truck.
Pat, what the fuck?
And then,
It looks like a warthog, dude.
yeah, exactly.
it looks so shitty.
Yeah.
You put a Gatling gun on the back of it and paint it green. It's basically a warthog. That's the only reason I like it.
You want Space Jeep?
I want Space Jeep. Yeah,
The one thing
with a gun.
The one thing about the Cybertruck
Ideally
is,
with a gun.
is we all know the windows come pre-broken.
Broken. I know. I've seen all the pictures of how the panels don't fit together.
Hey, no, that's
and the
fine.
windows break easily.
I don't give give that much of a fuck about the panel gaps. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to come in time. It's the first model of the fucking car. They're going to take time to get that manufacturing down. You get a Model S or Model X now, their panel gaps are better. The Model 3 and the Y are still having their fucking issues.
I don't want a Tesla. I want the Cybertruck.
Yeah, exactly.
The cool thing about the Cybertruck though is that Elon Musk designed that shit because there's like, hey Elon, can you draw us a car? And that's what he got, and they made literally that. Every fucking fourth grader
he was like,
drawing a car.
I need you to make this. Oh, you want us to design something like this? Like, no, make this. The
No, Ham's really onto something because the Cybertruck looks like some shit I would have drawn in fourth grade.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it is literally
the charging port is just going to be the fucking stupid street S. It's just going to be shaped like the fucking S.
Pat, I love you so much, but this might be the hottest take that I have ever heard from you.
Yeah.
I feel it, Pat.
Not a car guy. This is what I want.
It's an interesting truck. I hope it's better than the Rivian truck because the Rivian truck
I'll
is
never
just so
be able
bad
to
looking.
afford one, so
No.
it's fine.
It might come with a lifetime subscription to X Premium.
xvideos.com.
While we're on car stuff, I'm going to make a quick PSA. Listeners, if any of you own one of those Lucid Air vehicles, don't come to Costco. We can't work on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got a memo from up top that said if somebody tries to bring a Lucid Air vehicle, tell them to kick rocks because we can't lift that shit safely.
Oh,
What is a Lucid Air vehicle?
It is a Model S competitor. It's literally Lucid is the company, and it's just like somebody that made the car to compete with Tesla.
Pretty much.
It's an interesting looking vehicle. I think it's ugly as shit, and I fucking hate the way the trunk opens.
Can we? Okay.
That's it. That's my take. My take.
How does the trunk open?
I'll show you a picture of it later.
I'm sorry. I get, saving the environment, that's all well and good, but can we talk about real cars for a second? Because remember how I said I wanted an FDRX7? I found an FC for $7,000 and I was almost going to buy it. I was almost going to buy it because it was insanely Andrew. I was like, oh shit, I can fix this. Until I was reading through it and they were like, yeah, the brakes don't work. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Is it that hard to fix?
Okay, see, the thing is, if the brakes don't work, there's so many different things it could be that I would end up, the $7,000 I spend on the car, I would probably, if I don't get it right on the first try, I'd probably end up spending more than what I paid for the car to end up fixing everything.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And that's not to mention all the stuff I would do to the car.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it just.
I was going to paint it like Lightning McQueen. I was going to roll around everywhere and go, ka-chow,
Paint giant
ka-chow,
eyes
I
on
am
the mouth.
speed.
Okay, so the Lucid, the trunk opens like a fucking spoiler.
I guess I just don't like that. It seems
that's disgusting.
On one level, it seems unsafe because the only things at the bottom are like reflector lights. And so if you're disabled on the side of the road with your trunk open, there's no way for people to see that your fucking car is there. Your hazards aren't visible anymore. So just
because they're on the top of the door.
So just safety
That seems like a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So safety thing number one, I don't like that. Outside of
but-
that, I don't like the way it looks when it's open.
Being totally realistic with you, why would you have your trunk open? Because that thing definitely doesn't have a spare.
You gotta find. You have to. They drive an EV. They don't know that it doesn't have a spare yet.
Yeah, I understand. Well, okay, look,
They're gonna open the trunk first and then realize that it doesn't have a spare.
I hate how right you are because
There's
so many times that I work on
This is an
Teslas,
RC vehicle.
it's like, hey, we can't fix your tire. Oh, just put the spare on.
You
What
don't have
spare?
one.
I don't have a spare.
Just plug it in.
That area is literally just designed to hold adapters. That's it. It's your dongle. It's your dongle fucking spot. That's it.
Your dongle spot? Yeah. Put it in the lexicon. All right, but
The lexicon is going to be longer than our podcast.
We've been at it a lot. It's been a good day for the lexicon.
Yeah, we're
no.
gonna have a lexicon episode. When we get there, once we hit episode 50, that's we break down the lexicon. We are talking just definitions, just applied verbiage.
Wait,
we're ready.
Hold
We're
on.
ready for it.
A1, roll it back one slide for me, please. All right, look, we've been talking a lot about cars. There's so many great car games. And yes, I'm talking about Mario Kart.
There are so many Mario Karts.
There's a lot.
Look. I don't care if it's 64. I don't care if it's Double Dash. It's got to be one of those two, though. I don't want to play any of the other ones. When are we going to play Berio Kart or even better, Baja Bilk Kart?
Bilk cart.
Load it up right
Jesus.
now. Just put it on right now.
Bet I'll bring my N64 downstairs.
I fucking hate Mario Kart 64. I think Super Mario Kart is better than Mario Kart 64, in my humble opinion.
Heathen.
Super Mario Kart? What's on that? What's that
That's
on?
the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
No, that's a joke. That game fucking eats ass. Like I've tried to play it recently. Like I mean, for its time, cool racing game on the Super Nintendo, cool.
Yeah.
If it's the fucking early 90s, like that's awesome. But Mario Kart 8, I feel like is the best feeling Mario Kart. Like,
Fine, we'll play.
I don't feel like
I
don't feel like that is
I
much
know which
debate.
one that is. That's I remember that one. That's the one that I started on.
Okay, no, seriously
That's the
though.
first one.
That is the first one.
Yeah,
Super Mario Kart.
But Double Dash is my favorite. Just for
we
the
could play. We could
sake
play
of
Mario
argument.
Kart, but like, somebody see me in F-Zero.
Ooh, now
I don't have that kind of
GameCube or
ADHD.
N64 F-Zero. That's the other question. GameCube or N64 F-Zero.
I want to do GX.
GX is
GameCube.
sick, but the N64 one is still fun.
The N64 one is fun, but GX like actually made me feel like I was going 1,000 miles an hour. It's so fast.
It's
GX
hard.
is
It's very
kind of
hard.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as Ham said, they don't have that kind of ADHD. I do.
Yeah. There's a GX like arcade cabinet that's only in Japan, but it looks fucking sick.
F-Zero AX.
Yeah, AX.
And
yeah.
it gives you the cards like the
Arcade
initial D
X.
machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, those look tight as hell.
I wonder if they still exist because that was a long time ago. I remember seeing it in
Yeah.
Nintendo Power in like 2005.
Maybe some random
Was it just
arcades.
GX4 cabinet?
Yes.
Yeah, they in Japan they tend to take good care of shit like
Yeah,
electronics
there
like that.
could
So
be
there's
some
probably one in an alleyway that's
in
kept
some
up very well.
like random arcade.
I'll live in that alleyway. I don't give a fuck.
There's probably plenty of vending
All right.
machines that you can survive off of. Right
You're
next
not
to it,
wrong.
too. Yeah.
The podcast goes to Japan. Let's go.
to the alley?
to find the F-Zero AX card. That is the mission of.
and only live off vending machine food.
Oh yeah, that's the DZ achievement trophy.
Yeah.
Whole vacation just vending machine
Machine
food.
That's I'd love
It's
it.
the only place you could do it.
In Japan, Jesus, the shit I have seen, I'm like,
Jesus?
that is better than the food that I have seen at restaurants in America. What the fuck is going on?
Because they actually have like food standards.
Ham, you just had the greatest idea. We have to have podcast achievements.
Yes, let's do it.
Have you, before we leave the topic of fucking Mario Kart, because I've never played any of the newer ones. Have you guys played any of those like AR ones that like have the cart itself that you can drive around the house?
I don't have floor space.
You have
I'm gonna agree
people
with that.
You know, yeah, I guess it's
Yeah, did that come with the Labo? Is that what
No,
was
I think it launched after the
was it
Labo
some-
drone.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I think it's the same type of shit though, just like the random AR
I
stuff.
totally forgot about AR Mario Kart, but
Yeah.
I remember it now. And,
Mario
and
Kart
no,
Live.
I haven't played that shit. I played World Tour.
Which one's that?
That's the shitty mobile game.
Oh god. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
I remember it. That shit dropped. Okay, that one might be worse than
Yeah.
Super Mario Kart.
Maybe. I think it is.
I still prefer it over 64. Not gonna lie.
That's fair.
But
Did any of y'all play the arcade cabinet Mario Kart?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty good.
it felt kind of watered
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I honestly, if I'm playing like an actual like, if I have a steering wheel, I'd rather just be playing like Cruising USA. Or
Yeah.
something.
No,
100%.
no.
Cruising bit.
Initial D.
D. It was of course it's gonna be.
I've never actually played an initial D cabinet.
I have. They used to have
Euro B.
They used to have 2 initial D cabinets at San Jose State in the student union.
So
And
could
you
play
didn't
together.
tell me about this when we played San Jose State? What fuck, DZ?
You know what? I think I learned that.
What the
I think I learned you liked Initial D after that because I didn't. And then I learned that those cabinets were in there, and I was like, oh, this is what Hoodie was talking about. This is Initial D.
So, for the record, are you trying to tell me that you learned I was Japanese after that?
I didn't know Initial D existed until after that, actually. And then to know that it's Japanese, that also took some time.
Honestly, I think I still have my.
Because I know somebody else with
Are
that
you
car.
serious?
Well, I know somebody else with that car, and then I learned about because I didn't know shit about. I just knew it was a racing game. I never played it.
What didn't sell you on it was all the Japanese characters on the
It took really
screen.
long for you to learn Hoodie was Japanese. Are you saying that Initial D was Japanese?
That Initial D was Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. There's Japanese characters on the cabinet.
I didn't know. That's why I'm saying like I didn't realize until after Hoodie had said something about the game. Like I was like, oh, that's what that game is. But it's a game that I wouldn't play. It's not like I don't give a shit about racing. I wasn't.
Sure.
I was barely looking at it to be like totally honest. Like let alone trying to figure out what the fuck it says on it.
Okay.
Because like Cruising USA, that's one of the only racing games that I really fucked with when we were at any arcade game because that was just
Hell
like
yeah.
It was
fun.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I saw that and then like, but I think that was probably after the performance when I finally went down to the student union or the fuck it was, and I just remember seeing it like, oh, this is what Initial D is. But it's the ones that had like the card, but you couldn't get the card there because it's in America.
It's okay. I still have all my cards.
Oh, damn, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a.
So you do have the
FDRX
cards, bro.
In this case, I absolutely have the cards. I have
You
an
have the
FDRX7. No, actually, wait. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I have some 8.6 socks.
Oh, damn.
Like
you have the socks and the
cards. I have the 8.6 on a card. I have an R34 GTR on a card. I have an FD and an FCRX. How many cards do I have? They're in my room somewhere. I keep them in a little box. I think I have like 20. I played too much Initial D.
The collector of stuff.
Dude, when I was going to COA, one of the only classes I took there was bowling, which they did at the bowling alley, which had Initial D machines. So I'd go there every week and just get like a new card because I
knew you couldn't be taking that class just because you like bowling. I've never met anyone that liked bowling that wasn't like a 50-year-old white dude.
Have you bowled with me?
Yeah, I suck ass at bowling.
I do not.
I said I suck ass.
I know. I was just saying I do not.
Right.
I
I
would rather golf.
I was watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You out Caucasity'd the original statement.
I was watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia like yesterday, the day before, and there was a bowling episode, and I was just like, damn, I kind of want to go bowling.
God damn it.
It's
Like,
fun.
It can be like sometimes there's like moments of fun, but specifically
pod goes bowling.
when they have food and beer, like fuck it, I'll sit around and eat and drink and fucking throw the balls down the lane.
Let's just go. Okay, the pod goes to
Toss
round
some
one.
balls.
Done.
Oh, arcades and bowling.
Yeah.
Bingo.
there you go.
Content.
This one has all of it too, and it's a block away.
Yeah, but that one sucks.
Yeah, that one sucks.
It does. Yeah, true.
Round one has Initial D.
And they have claw machines.
Gotcha.
Are you gonna win more Weeb toys?
Absolutely.
All right. I think I need to pee. I think we're gonna head into a quick break. Just remember, you haven't lived your life until you've hit that inertia dorifto.
That'll mean something to someone.
Yeah, someone will really like
Yeah,
that.
someone will really relate to that.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to pee.
That was for them. Hopefully they reach out.
for me.
It was for you, but I think it could be for someone else too. I know that person's out there.
I really just got the random urge. I was like, yeah, bowling sounds like it would be fun to do again.
Why cut it? This is premium content. This
Save
is
it for the
pure
Patreon.
Baja, this is pure Baja Bilk fueled gold.
So in the last couple days, have you guys seen anything about the random company buying up land near Travis Air Force Base? It like popped up in the news a couple days ago.
I saw something about it, but rich people doing rich shit, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is this notable?
It's like so based on what I saw, they're like they don't know exactly who the company is. Just that they have like changed what they're saying the reason for purchasing the land is several times.
Well, actually, I know
When
that they're
asked.
called Flannery Associates.
Well, yeah, but nobody
Allegedly.
knows what
Allegedly,
that
yeah.
like. Nobody knows exactly what it is.
Yeah,
And so,
no, I know.
So like, yeah, it says it was zoned for agricultural use, and when I saw it said that like they had changed it when they were asked again because it didn't look like they were doing anything agricultural with the land because it wasn't necessarily useful for that or something, and they changed what they were going to do with it a couple times, and it.
I have an idea. All right, I'm going to go full Tom DeLonge here. It's right next to Travis AFB. Remember when they were seeing all those UFOs?
Yeah.
What if this is the aliens, man?
I mean, I'd be down. I did see something that the same company was also buying other land in different
UAPs.
places.
We don't call them UFOs anymore.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah.
A UAP.
Yep.
WAP.
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 A WAP.
That's space WAP.
That's the goal, right? That's why we want the aliens to come, right?
Oh, we want the aliens to come, all right.
The Rio Vista mayor said, "We don't know who they are."
Why would
Right.
they sell the land?
Because they got money.
Okay.
Pat. You know that's
Well, you think you could at least ask who you're selling shit to.
And so that's what it's like. Like they said that they're going to use it for agriculture. So just like essentially some holding company for a farmer is what it sounded like. I imagine.
Okay, that seems pretty normal then.
But it's not actually what they're doing because they've just been holding and sitting on it, and it's not been like used to make a profit yet. And I think that's what's raising suspicion.
Is that actually nothing has happened so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is just like they're gathering the land.
Yeah. Well, when a bunch of like tractors just show up and people start planting corn,
they paid 5 to 10 times the normal value for the farmland. So that's like it wouldn't have been profitable for them to do anything.
I see.
Necessarily with it.
Yeah, I
regardless
guess
of what they did.
it is a little sus.
Yeah, and they also bought some land somewhere else. I think near the water or something like that, or no, near power stations. And so that's why it was kind of weird. Is like you're kind of located in some strategic areas, but what does it mean?
It's the aliens, dude.
I think that would be best case scenario. Worst case scenario, it's like a super PAC, a QAnon super PAC that's just like buying up a bunch of land to like do a bunch more. Because like,
are we getting Jonestown too?
Jonestown too.
No, they'd probably take over Travis Air Force Base.
Where is Travis?
Up in Travis.
Where is that?
City of Travis, near Sacramento.
Oh, this is in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the U.S. in the last like couple of years, it might have been happening for like longer than that, but it's been like shown a spotlight on that. There's been a bunch of attacks on like power substations and like more vulnerable areas. So it's like they have more of a drastic impact on where they're hitting. But it's like been theorized that it's like right wing groups that are doing it. But that's what scares me. It's like it could be like a QAnon group or something like that. It's just like we're gonna fuck California over and make it Jefferson in our own.
I was say free nation.
Terms. Yeah. And they're gonna talk about it on Twitter.
Free nation of Q.
You mean X?
Yeah. Do you guys remember a few years ago when there was that like Facebook event to storm Area 51?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if it's just
They can't
them
stop all
again?
of us.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be. I'd be more down with that.
Yeah.
That's a less organized for evil group.
Okay. That's my one and only thought on the subject.
Before we get into talking about X, I just want to shout out this ad for Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Cillian Murphy looking appropriately tortured.
Yes, sir.
Did you see the 4D's review of the movie?
I did. It was bad. I decided not to follow him on Letterboxd because of that.
Wait, what?
Wait, did 4D say the movie was bad?
No, but he didn't say it was good either.
It was a very reductive.
They did a review
Yeah, it was like literally. It was basically a haiku
on Letterboxd.
It was a white man makes bomb go boom. White man sad he made bomb.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
And I was like, that's
Accurate.
about the story.
that is not a haiku.
I said like the way they formatted it on, on
They
the
saw
thing. Just
they
looked
saw
like
3 lines and they were like, "Got Japanese
white
poem."
man make
That-
bomb go boom. White man sad make bomb.
It's 575.
Yeah,
White man make bomb.
That's 4.
White man make bomba.
Bumba.
White man sad make bomb go boom. Oh fuck, bomb go.
You almost had it. You almost had
You
it.
were getting there.
We'll come back. We'll come
But
back to this.
Now that you said La Bamba, we are going to A1's
God
house to play
damn
La
it.
Bamba.
That was the rule. That was the one rule.
Yeah.
What?
We can
Hey,
jam in the garage, but we can't play La Bamba.
rules are made to be
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
Just like Twitter's logo.
Yeah. So, okay. Twitter's I feel like he's tanking the site on purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why?
He's just making a layup for
Yeah. It's like if the.
for threads.
Yeah. I don't know. Why is he doing.
this is
And I like the Cybertruck, but I
Yeah.
can't defend anything else.
No, this is
Elon's ever done.
It's got to be like a PR move somehow, like because like
bad PR.
since he got Tesla. I mean, since he got Twitter, Tesla's share price has fucking doubled.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
I don't understand that either.
I'm just saying he's doing something. He knows.
Yeah.
Like, he's not stupid.
I
but
think he's stupid.
He is he's just a fucking idiot. But I don't think he's stupid. He's doing something.
I think
he has a plan.
I think he has enough smart people around him that it's not surprising to see him succeed. But I think he's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking idiot.
I have a really far-fetched theory. All right. We have no confirmation that Elon Musk is a wrestling fan, right? But
God.
any mark knows that when the referee throws up the X, something has gone terribly wrong.
True.
Something has gone terribly wrong.
I was like, I don't know. I just
Boom! Layup.
Okay, I was wondering, I thought about this earlier. I didn't even realize X.com, that is the site that he had before. That's what PayPal used to be.
Yeah, that's what he wanted it to be.
So
Wait, he owned PayPal?
he was one of the original
was-
quote unquote founders of
Yeah,
PayPal.
he was, like, on the
him
board.
and the other rich white dude. What's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Peter Thiel.
Yeah, he didn't actually do anything for PayPal. He just kind of
he had
owned it.
money. He had money. He fronted them money. It got bought out. He got paid out for that money. He used that money to like buy an Aston Martin and help take over Tesla.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
he was not
continue
a
to do
founder in
stuff.
Tesla either, which is like the misconception about him.
Yeah. This dude doesn't actually make shit. He just buys his way into other
Wait,
people's stuff.
but think about the other thing that he's a part of. Space X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally says people like, if you know anything about me, you know I've always liked the letter X or some shit as the reason why he wanted to do this.
He tried to get PayPal called X. That's why he got removed from the board. He was on vacation and they voted him out because he would not
Is that true?
wouldn't let it
drop
die.
his crusade about getting it called X.
Yeah.
And literally everybody else was like, no, we want to call it PayPal.
And I think he probably owned the rights to that. He's probably been parked that had that fucking domain parked for like 3 decades at this point.
And then SpaceX, and then he tried to name his child X.
yeah.
And so he's just got some
Tried to? I thought he
autistic
did.
fixation on the letter X.
Okay, so you know how in Teen Titans, Titan's Tower is in the shape of a T?
Yes.
The new
Give
Twitter
it
building.
5 years, Elon's going to build a giant
Yo, he
tower in the
will.
shape of an
That
X.
cannot be structurally
I was gonna
sound.
say no,
It won't be.
He
It will go
he will
down.
have it built and it will go down exactly as it went up.
Yeah.
I'll say
Very fast.
There will be a 3.5, and that's all it's going to take to drop that shit.
3.5.
That's it.
Damn.
He's gonna get a weak ass California earthquake,
Yeah.
and it's just. Gonna
I can't
go
wait to see
tumbling.
all the threads about it.
Yeah. You'll have to because Twitter won't exist by then.
Exactly.
It makes sense that he's trying to get the shit rebranded as his own. It's not really a useful like public tool like it used to be. I'll be realistic.
I think out of every other social media site, it's better at what you're talking about than maybe not TikTok at this point.
I'll say
it is just like lost so much of the like usefulness that the companies were able to use before to like there was that whole like the API change that they did because like they did the thing before Reddit with like charging people for API usage, and it like stopped news organizations from using Twitter as like a method to like surface fucking the weather and local news to like people around them and shit like that. So like I feel like it's just become less utilitarian of that. And I mean, people still use it. 100% they're going to...
You still get some of that, though, and you're not getting any of that on other social media.
Yeah, I don't use anything but TikTok at this point because Facebook is garbage and Instagram is just fucking crap.
What I was reading was saying that Musk is trying to turn it into like a multimedia website where it's like all of the media, like the big things from other
He's trying to do what
things
TikTok
into
and
one
Snapchat.
streamlined thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's really funny that he's trying to promote like the whole video, like making Twitter like a video streaming platform. And like X videos has a better better video format
player,
video player than X.com, which I think is pretty funny. And him trying to make it into a video streaming space, I feel like there's just going to be some crossover that he's like not intending,
or he is intending because it helps the SEO on his end probably. That like people are already looking for that. They could now accidentally fucking look for X videos while they're looking for porn, and they get stuck on Twitter. That's where people look at porn anyways. But like the thing that I was getting at is like the content doesn't surface the same way because of the weighting on people's accounts. Like people that hold check marks and pay for their accounts or their likes and all that shit, I think are weighted more than just random just normal users and stuff like that. So it's just like it kind of changes what is actually promoted.
Yeah,
compared to what it used to be.
That's pretty bad.
And which is like that is kind of like fucked it for me because like I used to be able to at least kind of go through the trending and news tabs, and now it's like it's not as I feel like informative as it is like turned into like more drama. A lot more drama stuff makes it like to the top of those fucking news.
I just think
stuff.
it's also funny how the blue check went from like a a symbol of like authenticity to just
The fakes.
to literally the last person you want to hear the opinion
I
of.
have $7.
Yeah.
This is an account made by a Russian bot farm. How do you know? Oh, it has a blue check mark. Yeah, they paid for it. Yeah, automatically just gets
Yeah.
them to the top of the.
I just think that's funny.
Yeah, it's so crazy how it's gone. Yeah,
I'll tell you, it's mostly just like spam shit now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
it's
just
really
feels
bad.
like
that's how you get crypto scammed now. Now you know how to spot the crypto scammers because they're all blue check marks.
I see.
Yeah, it's
Wait, are you telling me that my piss coin is worthless?
All my piss is gone.
Hey, so
as long
You
as
know
you
what
keep
you-
it in that drawer,
My
it's fine.
apes.
you know what you do with your spam though when you get it? You delete it. Just like Mars about to delete that moon.
Mars about to delete
Damn.
that
Also,
moon.
you should see my inbox.
So you are not Mars, Pat.
No, I'm living. Mars has 2 moons. About to be 1. Sounds like.
That is what we're getting out of this.
Oh,
Okay.
I say, but it relates to Elon Musk and his home.
Ham has a point.
Yeah, Elon Musk's home is losing a moon, just like he's losing his company.
I saw a thing talking about how like going to the moon is like it turned into like a kind of like a religious thing because like that's like the next place for people to go into like to some people, even though like we have Earth and it has anything we go to do, we have to turn into something habitable, even though we're like fighting and making the place we live less habitable or whatever, right? But the whole deal is like Elon Musk will never go. Personally, probably get to the moon unless he's like on his deathbed to get up there because he can't.
But-
he's not wealthy on the moon. I mean,
Wait.
on Mars.
Wait a minute, bro. But you said it's like a biblical thing. What if parting of the Red Sea?
I didn't say biblical. I said religious.
You just fucked up my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I was like I just feel
Whatever,
like people,
shut the fuck up. Revisionist history. You said biblical. So, like, what if, like, it's a metaphor, man? Like the parting of the Red Sea, like the red planet, in that Noah spreading the water was like Elon Musk taking us to space and leading his people out of. I don't fucking know what
I
the
hope
story
he
is.
takes them all.
I don't know.
Just take all of his people with him, and that's fine. They can go where they're not worth anything. I
Say
guess,
Matt Damon will make it back.
on Mars. Yeah, it's interesting, but that like the whole thing is just like the only thing being expended to get his ass to Mars one day is just like people's work. And like he ain't really doing nothing, but a bunch of people are gonna die to get that man to Mars one day,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and that's it.
In space.
Yeah, and like because it's a religious feeling thing, like people are committed to doing it because they have some type of faith in that man to do it. It's just that rich people faith. I don't know.
Did you guys ever watch Armageddon?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the best.
I don't want to close my eyes.
worst movie out there.
Yeah.
We watched it in school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think
Slow day in science class. They're
Yeah.
like, fuck it, we watch Armageddon.
I think we watched that in PE one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Because it was like PE if it was like raining or something weird outside. Just like
I feel like there's so many movies you could watch in PE because it's raining outside that have anything to do with physical activity.
I don't think it had
Remember the
anything to-
Titans.
I was gonna say I don't think it had to do with
Karate
that.
Kid.
Rather
Karate
that
Kid.
that's what the teacher wanted to watch.
Interesting.
He didn't want to close his eyes.
Yeah.
He didn't want to fall asleep. Cause I miss you, man.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
Okay, we gotta stop or we're gonna get DMC.
Yeah, no more than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since Ham's been on about the whole biblical stuff,
Plagues.
Snakes.
yes, plagues of
Yeah,
snakes
there you
yeah.
in Oakland.
One
Yeah.
segue.
Since when did we get rattlesnakes in Oakland? What the fuck?
So the thing is, like I was telling him, I swear I've seen or heard rattlesnakes up in the hills where I used to live in Oakland. And like I know I've seen scorpions, and that shit threw me the fuck off because I didn't know those were here. I like moved some dirt in my backyard, and there was just a scorpion there, and like I heard a click, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And then I was like, "Oh no, shovel!" And I just like split it because I was like, "I don't want you near me or my dog."
Did you hear the Fallout New Vegas sound?
Yeah. No, it was literally like the sound you like, but when you're near them, the click, like that is also like that. I heard like that. It makes
I didn't know
some
they
type
made
of
noise.
It's some type of like click noise.
Honestly, when you said the Fallout New Vegas song or sound, I thought you meant like when the stranger shows up.
So there's
the little guitar riff.
a population boom of fucking rattlesnakes. Okay, that's worse than just finding one.
Yeah.
And knowing that I used to live right by, like, in a park, essentially, like the fucking Leona Lodge was like right there.
Relatively close to Joaquin Miller, right?
Closer to Leona Open Space,
Yeah.
which is another park, but it's also like it has a giant creek that runs through the center of it, so like a lot of wildlife.
Not
can be
ideal.
around it. Yeah. Ideal for life, bad for being around.
Yeah.
Also, a ton of poison oak up there.
Ugh.
It's a great trail. I like it though. But now I'm gonna have to be more weary, and I can't ever wear my headphones going there.
I don't think we can go hiking in Joaquin Miller anymore with this news.
I mean, just bring a pointy stick.
You got to stay strapped.
Ham.
Gun to the snake.
Yeah.
The dog.
We'll all miss.
If there's a lot of them in the places where people let their dogs off leash, it's gonna
It's
be
bad. That's gonna be bad.
That dog's going to die.
Hopefully, the animals being around though will keep them like further off trails. But
no, it won't.
yeah, that's a snake. But yeah, it's because it's getting fucking hotter for longer.
So they can thrive for longer.
They're easier to stay in places that normally would have been too cool.
Right.
And now the spots are just fucking warmer.
Are you telling me that Mark Zuckerberg and Mitch McConnell are thriving right now?
Those fucking lizard people.
Yeah.
I know Mark Zuckerberg is not a lizard. He's a robot. I refuse to believe that a lizard would eat Sweet Baby Ray's.
He's
Sweet Baby
He
Ray's.
definitely licks his eyeballs.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
And Mitch McConnell is like a fucking
Turtle.
Turtle, yeah, turtle.
Yeah, he's just a turtle. Liking Sweet Baby Ray's is the only human thing about.
Yeah.
I say yes. Don't snakes eat their food live? Like, he wouldn't be smoking the meats. Snakes wouldn't.
Yeah.
Reptilians wouldn't smoke the meats.
They would eat.
the
They
live
would
food.
eat some smoked meats.
Nah, has to be live.
They would eat it whole.
No, they're looking for heat, not for.
So it's fresh off the grill.
Yeah,
It's nice and
it's
warm. Yeah.
It's still
Okay.
got body heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ham.
Okay.
Because
I'm not a snakeologist.
Because when you feed them mice, you just microwave them. Mice on ice. When you get them from the store,
Mice on ice.
that's a brand of mice you can buy for.
That
snakes.
must be a new thing because
no, it's so old. Because I used to do that for my fourth grade teacher. That was one of the class chores.
You used to feed him mice?
the snake. We used to feed the snake. I used to do that chore.
Your teacher
for the
was a snake?
Yes.
okay, wait. It's
they
called,
had a pet.
it's called mice on ice because they're frozen.
They are
right?
frozen. Yeah.
Okay, so
No, ice skating mice.
Yeah.
The-
no,
the-
that's literally the picture on the box. Are
you serious?
It's an ice skating mouse.
the reason I thought it was a new thing is because one of my friends from my childhood, him and his brother owned a snake.
Okay.
And several times I watched them take a live mouse and put it in there.
So that's the option you can do, and I think for bigger ones, it's probably the better one. It's like the better to keep them like aware and shit like that.
It was a big ass snake.
But this one was like some type of corn snake or some shit,
That's like
albino
the-
something. But it was
that's like-
pretty small, and you just had to microwave it in some hot water, and then it could see it essentially, and then you like held it in there with some like tongs, and then it would like grab it, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like how some people like cook food for their dog versus people that just give it kibble. It's like live mouse is that's like a home cooked meal.
That's wet
I
food.
see.
yeah, that's the wet food.
And you just got to be careful. I think with that is like you can't let the rat run for too long if it doesn't eat it as quick or whatever. Because the other thing is like the rat could fight
Yeah,
and bite your snake and injure it. So that's like one possible issue. But then like
rabies snake.
if it gets in the pen and shits, then it's like a
Also bad.
A vector.
But I know people do that. Rabbits, rats, other small animals, probably birds. I imagine.
I want to know what kind of sicko is feeding rabbits to their snake.
My stepmom's brother had like some type of boa or something like that, and the motherfucker was like this big around. And yeah, so he would like he was doing it like a shitty way, I think, too, because he would like kill the rabbit and then give it to the snake, so the rabbit wouldn't hurt the snake. But he was the one killing the rabbit, so I think he was a like kind of probably a piece of shit or something.
Sounds.
Yeah, right. It could
Not
be normal
good.
though. I feel like that could be the normal snake thing because a rabbit will fuck a snake up if it gets.
Listeners, if any of you are,
I watched a video of that shit recently.
if
Actually,
any of you
believe it.
kill rabbits
Yeah.
to feed to your snakes, let us know. Reach out. Let us know. Is that normal? Are you weird? Actually,
Are you normal?
On second thought,
Yeah, I
don't reach out. We'll find you.
no,
I want to be prepared before we talk to this person.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna agree with that.
they will find you first.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen. I never saw him feed it. I know that's how I was told that he feeds it to prevent it from hurting the rabbit. I mean the snake. But that's like I think that's like the biggest snake I'd ever seen. I didn't want to touch it at all. But my teacher also had a tarantula and a millipede or some shit like that. And I like held the tarantula one time. That's a terrible feeling because it's just like a bunch of small tiny pinches because that's how it like grabs when it's like walking. And then my friend, when she was after school, like the next day, she had held it and then it bit her.
The tarantula?
The tarantula bit her. And it's like she just happens to be like allergic, but it wasn't like it's not venomous or anything like that.
That's crazy.
But she was allergic to it and like had to go to the hospital or some shit like that. But it was like a day, like the other day we were both there and I held it and then like we all had to, like the teacher had to go, so we had to put it back. And then she went the next day and to hold it, and then like she moved quick or something happened in the room and it like bit her. I was like, oh my God, I would have cried. It was like 4th grade. That would have sucked ass. Is it? Oh, and a chinchilla. Chinchilla was also in the classroom.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like those little guys.
they're very soft.
Yeah.
yeah. Have you ever? You've
I
held.
think
a
I pet a
yeah.
chinchilla once. Yeah.
Have you? You ever seen a
I
chinchilla?
heard their
I'm
first
positive
immaculate.
at some point.
It is very because they bathe in dust, right? That's the funny thing. So you would every like week or 2 weeks or some shit like that. The teacher would give her the chinchilla a dust bath, so it like cleans itself with dust, and it's very soft and
Yeah. Did you ever have any weird pets other than your teacher who had a bunch? I guess.
Chickens, crayfish,
You had crayfish.
something like that. Yeah. They were
Crawdad man over here.
they were pets and then they were food.
Okay.
In my house, that's pretty much how it happened, unless it was a dog or a cat. I think my sisters had rabbits and they were pets then food at some point. But yeah, we had chickens a bunch of different times, and then there would be like a week where all the chickens slowly disappeared. You know, and then there's chicken soup, chicken for lunch every day or whatever. So it was like, okay, gotcha. And I think that's it. I don't think I've had anything else like weird or anything like that. Just a bunch of cats, a bunch of different dogs.
Yeah, my partner's parents bought a goat once.
Yeah. How was it?
Basically, that's how the story ends. Yeah, she was just telling me about how like she had like pictures of her with the goat on like her like one of her birthday parties when she was like little, and then next thing you know, they got hella meat.
It's a little beady.
Yeah, and she said like she said she like could not eat like birria or like any kind of meat for a while once she realized like what happened.
Yeah, I one of the days that the chickens were disappearing, like I remember me and my brother were sitting in the kitchen eating, and like I had scooped and there was just a fucking chicken foot in my bowl, and I was just like I literally was like, oh, what, like I know I like screamed, I was like I can't eat it, I could not, and then my brother
Jeffrey's foot.
my brother scooped and it was the chicken's head. And I'm pretty sure that my grandfather or my uncle did that shit on purpose. They were to fuck
Very
with us.
funny.
Yeah, it's like they laughed. I cried.
And then your brother was like, "Don't be wasteful. Chop
No,
that shit."
my brother also was like, "I'm not eating this." It was not. That was terrifying. I can remember that. The chicken. Yeah. The pet to food pipeline.
Yeah. I've only just had dogs,
Yeah.
so nothing super interesting.
R.I.P.
Rip
Hoodie.
to a real one.
I mean, I had a
pets?
cat, but my dad had all the interesting pets. Currently still does.
What does he have?
What's he got?
Got a parrot, had a ferret, has a bearded dragon. This
The
is like
parrot
his-
killed the ferret?
No, the ferret's been gone for like
Okay,
He
so
had
this isn't an old lady who swallowed a fly thing going on.
he had the ferret when I was like 12.
The ferret went out to the sewers to breed with the rats, as they do.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, that's what that's why they're like not allowed in California.
I think he was
super rats.
They can breed with like sewer
long
rats.
ass fucking rats.
Yeah, not a good sign.
super rat.
Good times.
Yeah,
Dude, we got to breed all the ferrets with the rats because then we'll have zigzagoon.
hell
Yo.
We would be ecological terrorists. That's why we won't do that.
Allegedly, we won't do that.
okay. Make a Pokemon biodisaster.
Oh, when you put it that way, that ferret's looking really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always thought you were more inclined towards Lopunny. Personally.
No,
That would be
we're not
4D.
going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, the thing about Vaporeon,
Oh man,
What
is that your wildest animal encounter there?
what Vaporeon? I don't know about me. Maybe we should have 4D on and talk
man.
about Vaporeon.
But
Or
that's
we
it.
could not.
No, that's it. We just asked him that question, and then he's off the show.
Podcast over.
Yeah. If we just had literally one thing to ask you about,
Yeah.
you can go now.
We can Skype him in.
Yeah.
Forget it. Let's just do the phone call. Easy
Yeah, we just
peasy.
call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I haven't had any wild encounters except for the time we ran into like a family of turkeys.
I'm
Cool.
Mount Diablo.
When we were talking about the rattlesnake, though, I was going to ask, would you get a rattlesnake and take
No.
care of it?
No, I don't. I would not.
What about a tarantula?
No.
I just realized I remember this. My stepbrother had an emperor scorpion as a pet, and one night he was like, the scorpion got out. You have to sleep on the floor tonight.
Get the net.
Yeah.
So be careful, and if you feel something crawling, wake me up. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep anywhere
This is your
this
brother in
fucking room.
SoCal?
Wait, what?
Is your brother in SoCal?
He's in like that.
Oh, this is the one.
He's in like
Oh, a
Nevada
different
or
brother?
something like that. No, it's the same brother.
Oh, same brother?
Yeah, I think he's in like Nevada now.
Oh, sure he fits in just good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Just good.
Yep. Wherever the bald white people go, he'll be there. But yeah, no, I remember that. I just thought about that when we were talking about rattlesnakes again. Just
Scorpion.
I mean, did anything crawl on you?
No, he was fucking with me. He lied. I didn't realize that it was
thank
it was inside, but he was just fucking with me because he was being an asshole trying to scare me. It was probably a funny joke to him. You know, he knew there was nothing. I was just like, there is a scorpion on the ground in this room. How am I going to go to sleep? How is that even going to make sense?
Yeah, my brother had a snake growing up, but it was like one of those smaller little yellow corn snakes, whatever the fuck. He found it. It got out one day. He never found it. And he said one day he was moving. He just moved a box and was just dead behind the box.
Yep. That's just
I
the
feel
way
like
it is.
Honestly, I'm so tempted to get like a
Things will
podcast
never be
pet
the
right
snake.
now. But
Get a
like a podcast pet.
Oh, a
But-
pet
An
cat.
axolotl,
No, I'm thinking something creepy,
super
like
high maintenance.
pet black widow.
Yeah. It can
I'll
roll around on the
I
table
will bring
during
you
the
one if
show.
you want.
No,
I can
please don't.
gather one from a
No,
station.
let's not do that.
DZ, you know how I
let's not
feel
do
about spiders. I will not let that thing anywhere near my house.
I could oh my god, the dudes that I work with in Texas, they see fucking jumping spiders in there. Like the kind you see people have as pets, but in Texas there's like 13 different types of jumping spiders.
Nope.
What
the
kind of sick fuck owns a
like-
jumping spider?
No, the fucked up part is like the ones that are there are also like the size of a child's hand.
I'll say,
Like they are
Damn.
fucking jumping spiders. So, did I ever tell you guys about the time I made a fucking can of Chef Boyardee? And I warm up the bowl and then I open the fucking door to the microwave and a fucking spider jumps out of the bowl, like straight up fucking jump scared. Like,
Wait, you had already put
bullshit.
the food in the bowl. Bowl was in the microwave.
It did not kill the spider.
You didn't microwave long enough.
Bro, I don't fucking know. It jumped out of the fucking microwave. I yelled so fucking loud. I was like,
wait. You're telling me you gave up your one chance to become Spider-Man because you were scared of a fucking spider?
yeah, I'm gonna become fucking Super Chef Boyardee, not fucking Spider-Man.
Hey man, all you said was radioactive and spider. Sorry.
And SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
You could do like the Chef Boyardee commercial.
Yeah, why didn't
My
they come up
skill would be
during
just to
the-
roll in the fucking traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking.
But
yeah,
you don't get run over.
That's how I learned all spiders can jump. I didn't know that, and I feel like they only started doing that shit since the fucking pandemic. So I feel like there's some weird shit going on with the Matrix.
Are
Man.
you
know,
telling
there's
me
just-
this happened after, like,
Recently.
during, like, yeah,
This was
recent.
this year. That happened this year.
There are I don't think
Damn.
it's all spiders that can jump. I think there are spiders that can jump in the Bay Area as well.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
They're not anything you need to worry about though, unless they're like meaty brown ones or a black widow.
Yeah, they're not poisonous, but it's still fucked up that they
Yeah.
exist.
It just sucks if you lose it. If you can't get rid of it somehow and it just disappears into nowhere.
As much as I love all this spider talk, you were having Chef Boyardee in 2023?
Honestly, thank you for
Okay. All right. First of all,
Defend
fuck
yourself.
you.
hold on. Clarification. Point of clarification. What kind of Chef Boyardee was it?
Spaghetti meatballs.
Okay, yeah. Why the
Classic.
fuck? You're an adult.
What?
You're a
Yeah,
little grown
what is
man.
going on here?
Oh my god!
It's
You
like
guys have
you-
no taste.
you could have
first,
been eating- no.
first you bespeech. Is that the word?
Besmirch.
No. Besmirch.
You could
Bespeech. Put it in the lexicon.
You could have been eating.
Bespeech. The Baja Bilk.
It could have been ravioli.
I drank the Baja Bilk.
I'm talking to DC.
Okay.
It could have been ravioli.
Still
or,
shit.
Or maybe beefaroni.
You're fucking disgusting. The beefaroni tastes
Yeah.
like sour
Now I'm
ass. I
turning
don't
on
know
you.
What you're talking about. Beefaroni smells like ass sweat.
Look,
I don't
They
know
all
what you're
smell
talking
bad.
We did the 90s commercial reaction like what, an episode or two ago?
All right.
Remember
Next
when we
week-
reacted to
next week on the Common Rabble?
no,
We're running
Boyardee taste test?
Chef Boyardee gauntlet.
We literally watched the commercial, and my exact words were, "Yeah, I watched this, and I was like, oh, I really need this." And then I had it, and it was ass. It was ass, Ham.
Yo, spaghetti and meatballs. Like Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs is a comfort food for me. Like that's probably my favorite canned food, just below canned tamales.
Ham, I know-
Wait.
Stop.
Hold on.
Pause.
Hold the fuck. Okay. That's not right.
Okay, next
No,
week.
that's not right.
Next week on Common Rebel, we have canned food tier list.
I don't think we do. I think we can throw all of them out the window. Like
all F tier.
you could have said the beef stew, and I would have been like, "That's an okay."
Okay,
like,
Dinty Moore is up there.
but you said canned fucking tamales.
Canned tamales.
That is the worst. I've had
Are they
a canned
wet?
tamale. Yes.
Huh?
They come out
Yes.
wet.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
also
Yeah.
they're
They're
all
small.
individually wrapped
And they're all small.
in the sauce in the can.
They're,
Oh,
yeah, they're
okay.
all enchilada mojadas. They're not
Okay.
good. At
Yeah,
all. They're,
enchilada mojada.
'cause they're wet.
Okay,
They're like,
like,
covered in
it's not-
sauce.
I guess technically, yeah, but
It's a white dude making them, so that's probably what they call
That's what
them.
they call it.
yeah, they're
You're right.
it's Hormel brand. It's the same. It's the chili brand.
Hormel's
can
not
make
even
chili.
the good chili brand, though.
They're not.
I didn't
at
say
all.
they were good chili. I said
they
it.
can-
but there was the chili of my childhood.
They can stick to chili. Why the fuck are they making canned tamale? That's gross. I'm sorry. Whatever. It's fine.
All right, next week we're eating canned tamales.
We're
I don't
not.
give a
You
fuck
can't
what
do
you
it.
say.
You can,
Next
but
week we're eating the slop.
the moment you open that can and you taint the smell of Hoodie's house with canned tamales, because you want to talk about rancid smells.
DZ, are you saying that my house smells?
It's
No.
gonna.
If you
No, I
open
know
a
that,
No, if you open a canned tamale, your house will be tainted with a rancid smell.
Yeah,
It's
but you
not a
said
single tamale.
You said it would taint the
I'm skipping
smell
lunch
of
next
my
week.
house, and I was like, wait, hold on. Are
Yeah, like that. The smell of your house is fine. It
Oh,
will be
thank God.
tainted permanently. It's like, you know, the smell when you open the fucking Chef Boyardee. It's
I'll
10
say the
times
smell
worse
of
than
your
that.
house
No,
is
you know-
melee
you
and
know
elf
what is-
bar.
Shut the fuck up. You know what? Okay. You know what is like an offensive canned food smell though? Vienna sausage.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
I
is
saw them
bad.
at the store the other day and bought a
Vienna
can.
sausage.
It's fucking horrible.
All right,
awful
look,
experience.
Look, I feel like
Sorry,
we really need to deep dive on this. So I'm just gonna comfortably say, tune in next week for our canned food tier list.
And if you have a favorite canned food that you think we need to know about, that is Better or worse?
I'm not doing like I won't eat what's it called? Canned fish. I'm not gonna do it. Like I
No.
feel like canned fish.
Yes, you
and stuff
will,
like
and you
that.
will like it.
No,
We're gonna do
That-
anchovies.
that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
And
just saying
sardines.
that if you can find a food better or preferably worse than the canned tamales, let us know.
What is
Please
the
reach
shit-
out on Twitter and let
What
us
is
know.
the shit that Hassan tried to open on? on the thing?
swimming.
Yeah, and he like
We're not
almost
touching
puked
that.
just opening it.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere near that
Yeah, fuck that.
ever. I'm
Yeah.
good.
All right. For this canned food tier list, if you have any recommendations, preferably the worst shit you can find, drop it on our Twitter, our TikTok, our IG, our YouTube,
Okay.
at Common Rabble
Okay,
Pod.
okay.
No, don't okay me. I'm not
Hold on,
done
hold
yet.
on.
Don't no, la, 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 la. Hold on. Seriously, like look for the worst shit you
I
can
don't
find.
want the worst
I'm talking
shit.
no.
I want diamonds in the rough.
No, 'cause
I want that shit that no one should buy, but one deranged madman in the
You.
Bay Area
It's just
cracked
you.
that shit open and was like, "This shit is fire. I want that. Tell me about your secret can of food."
Okay.
I don't want to know
Open
about
the
straight
cabinet.
bullshit.
It's
I can
canned
pull
chicken.
up bullshit all
Open the
day.
cabinet.
The
Open
Kirkland
the
canned
cabinet.
chicken.
Open the cabinet. Secret canned food, baby. Kirkland albacore tuna.
Is it dolphin safe?
I don't know. I don't care. Open that right now. I'll eat the whole
2%
thing.
Dolphin,
Is
probably.
your favorite canned food dolphin safe? Let us know.
Yeah.
Honestly, if anybody listening is from like a different country, like England, because I know the UK has so many crazy things that we don't, drop it in the chat. Kyle's going crazy in the chat.
Yo, I'm not trying to. It's in fucking Europe. That's Clive. Clive is going crazy in the
Clive's?
Clive.
Hey, Clive, if you're listening, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all your favorite podcatchers.
Until next week.
Drop us a 5-star rating too, because like this was real 5-star primo shit right here.
That's right.
chat. Where else are you gonna get Baja Bilk?
That's true.
Literally nowhere. So until next week, I've been DZ.
I am, have been, still am hoodie.
Ham.
And I'm Pat.
I'm getting a scam likely call.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Nah, if any part, fuck.
Slap the decals on it, and then bing bang boom. I'll put some trays
That's
under the rear
racist.
wheels and just.